If you're sitting on the sidelines waiting for better prices or better interest rates in the real estate market, you may be grossly mistaken. And let me explain why. The reason is because everybody's talking about this right now. The Bank of Canada just held their overnight rate again, which means that we are not going to get that interest rate decrease that you may be sitting and waiting and expecting on. But are we going to see an interest rate decrease this year at all? I don't think so, not based on the numbers that we're seeing come out of the Bank of Canada's decision, where they talk openly about our GDP took a decline in the first half of 2025, but we're expected to see an increase in the GDP of 1% in the second half of 2025. Our dollar has remained strong against the United States dollar, which is deflating globally, and our jobless numbers are at 6.9% and holding firm there, which is a comfortable number in Canada. So we couple all of these things together, along with the fact that Canada is now opening up trade routes to other countries outside of the United States to get our mineral and manufacturing sectors back on track. And we're seeing the fact that our economy has just been resilient through this trade war. So regardless of whether we get a trade deal with the United States or not, we are unlikely to see another interest rate drop this year. Now, when it comes to real estate, everybody has been waiting for that market correction. We're currently in the slowest real estate market that we've seen in volume since the 1990s, when the interest rates were pushing 20%. But that's not the case. That's not what we're seeing in the numbers. When we look at the data year over year for the first 6 months of this year versus the last couple years, prices have been steady. They have not declined. A small increase, a small decrease. But we also saw an article from Better Dwelling, which states that new build houses in Toronto have actually seen price increases. So there is demand out there. So the question you have to ask yourself is, are you sitting on the sidelines waiting for a better price or a better interest rate? Is that a gross mistake on your behalf to let your opportunity and your life pass you by? I'm not a fortune teller. I don't have a crystal ball, but all the numbers say otherwise, that you should jump in on this market. We have a great opportunity with the interest rates being relatively low from what we've seen over the past 30 years, with inventory levels being very high, meaning you have selection. And because there are not a lot of buyers on the market right now, you are unlikely to end up in any sort of bidding war. So don't let life pass you by, don't make a gross mistake, and get into the real estate market sooner rather than later.